Mr. Nameday, I heard your voice. Sorry to bother you now, but I really need to know. When can we... It won't be the town you remember, or the utopia we tried to build. Go back to Rayashki? The storm has... Stage 6, Reality. Nothing can be hidden forever, a hard lesson for the straggling Nameday to accept as he scrambles across his desk. The typewriter is still working and Vila is one step away. Mr. Nameday, what is that? A telegraph in a typewriter. Could this be a telegram from Rayashki? But how would they have gotten it out? We never replaced our machine. What could that possibly... No, this is actually from my brother. Of course, I don't blame you, but you kind of interrupted a private moment. Vila squints, eyes glimmering. Rusalki have extraordinary physical abilities, including sharp eyesight. Reading the print on the typed letter is as effortless as a glance. Your most loyal yet worst friend, Winsong.
But...
I don't intend to accuse you, but I admit I'm confused. Is your brother's name really Winsong? It's not like that, Miss Vila. I'm just... I know. I'm only teasing. No need for theatrics. Now, would you let me read it? I don't suggest you to. Oh, every message or letter the Foundation receives needs to be examined by us. Unfortunately, you can't read it now. This one is still being translated, so I haven't submitted it yet.
The era of censorship is long gone, sir. Why so nervous? It's only a letter from a friend. How dangerous could it be? Look, it says, I wish to hold your hand tightly. Terrifying, isn't it?
She's a jokester. Let her see, dude. Just let it go. Nameday falls silence in sync with the telegraph's staccato rhythm. The tension in the room thickens with the growing moment of silence.
If you insist, just go on. It is your letter and your right, after all.
I am so happy to hear from you finally. I was so worried that it might be even worse news when I opened the envelope. After all, that's all I have received these days. It took me quite some time to prepare myself and read it through. After that, I sent you this telegram immediately. First, I am so glad to know you and your little warriors are doing well. It really cheers me up after all this bad news. However, I'm still confused by your decision. You're going back to Rayashki. But don't you know, it won't be the town you remembered, or the utopia we tried to build. The storm has changed everything. It seems the Foundation has concealed the truth from you. But as your friend, I feel I'm obliged to tell you. As far as I know, the chaos caused by the storm has been around for a long time. Wherever it goes, every building and each person there will be reversed. By reversed, I mean they've vanished. I have not visited Rayashki yet, but I've been to many other places it has struck. I saw what comes from the storm with my own eyes. Think about it. Everyone you know may have vanished, and that once thriving town may only be a ruin now. If anything remains at all, I'm not exaggerating. This is a common fate for places impacted by the storm.
The storm. A word she has heard from Nameday, now standing before her with guilt etched into his petrified face.
So this is the truth of the storm.
Isn't it, Mr. Nameday? Actually, the storm doesn't need to be as serious as Miss Winsong said in her letter. Man, what do you mean? She lost her whole world. These kids lost their families. See? You, August, and the other kids are safe and sound in the Foundation. Yeah, but... vanished, not reversed. His voice gets softer and softer, fading until the next sentence fails to emerge at all. Despite the ability to transform a thing by speaking a name, he finds no name, no word suitable for the moment.
It sounds like things have changed there. Changed for the worse. Am I right?
Vila tiptoes and gently taps Nameday on the shoulder. Changed, yes, but will likely not be as chaotic and ruined as you might imagine from Miss Winsong's letter. Well, I suppose that isn't the point. It's only that I think you should consider staying here, even after this letter. Oh, great. Startled by the sound of a miniature contemplation, they turn around to see the least likely person to be here. August?
August.
When did you... What are those in your hand? August raises the envelope in his hand as if holding up a flag.
Look, Vila! So many eternal souls. You're here for them, right?
What are these? All her unsent letters piling up at the corner. August doesn't know what he has found. To him, it's only a trophy, a means to another flight of sea swallows.
Oh.
These ones are wearing black dots.
Everything will be alright.
We can use these for dotted sea swallows. We can make so many new things. Pasono and Nina will be so happy.
I hereby declare that you are all eternal souls.
And they are... Wow. They didn't just make him say that.
August.
These are not eternal souls. It will be fine. August is right, Mr. Nameday. They could be anything we think they are, including eternal souls. They're nothing special anymore. They aren't going to be of any other use. I'm sorry.
You don't have to. As I said, you have your job to do. And I also have mine, even in this situation.
Breathes out. I suppose we're lucky you didn't send them. Now the children have some more paper. So the kids can't read, I'm assuming. Because I wouldn't be that chill about them having these letters for paper, you know? To play with. But if they don't know what they say, I guess it's fine for them to play with them. I must say though, I admire how calm she is about the whole thing, because she really loved that place, and to find out that this place is no longer there, I'd be losing it. I don't know, she's very calm, she's very collected. I could never. It is sad though, like it really bothers me that this happened now, like out of all the towns, why this one? But I guess it makes sense. They were building it up to be something as enticing and attractive as to make you want to go there. Like I said in the main story as well, it made me really want to go to live there until the coal part came into play because of the atmosphere and the toxic fumes in the suit and whatnot. But that aside, it made you really want to go to a place like this where you'll be accepted as you are and encouraged to follow your passions for whatever reason. But yeah, it makes sense now why they did that, first of all. Second of all, why Windsong eventually chose to leave instead of staying there. And yeah, obviously why in the end the kids and Vila were asked to go to the Foundation for a while. I still don't know what was their incentive though. Like, what did they offer? Did they offer education to the kids? Because the kids in the letter said that they were training to become good arcanists and come back and protect Irayashki, right? But we don't know what the offer was. Like, they were given free lessons to the arcanists in your region. What was that for? Was it the town asking for help from the Foundation, or the Foundation offering a collaboration, as Vila mentioned, instead of Zeno, because in her letters to the people of Rayashki, she was saying that their collaboration with the Foundation is going well, but it has had some setbacks or whatnot. I don't remember her exact words anyway, but yeah, there was mention of collaboration, so I'm guessing that just like Evgeny had applied for Zena to help them, that maybe Vila or Windsong had applied for some help from the Foundation. I have no idea. But apart from that, yeah, the whole thing is just... I really don't know what's going to happen and if these characters will ever meet Vertin. I believe that Windsong will definitely meet Vertin at some point, but I don't know about Vila and the kids. Because when this story started, I thought that, being the main character, Vertin would have all of these Arcanas eventually join her team. But the more I play this game, the more I think that Vertin is not the main character. It is the world in itself, it is the storm. And we get to experience the stories and the lives of many different characters like that. Now, if they ever come together, that I don't know. But so far, there are many characters that haven't met Vertin and possibly won't in the future either. So I'm guessing that's what we're seeing. We're witnesses to a world getting reversed and how each person deals with that by themselves or with their own little teams here and there. Anyway, yeah, let's go to stage 7, Under the Warm Sun. Time seems to be frozen in the utility room. The sound of breathing is the only sign of its passage. Staring at the pile of letters between them, both Vila and Name Day realize that the problems demand answers.
Well?
Comrade Windsong did not say whether it was a good idea to return. As I just asked, would you consider staying here even after knowing what was in this letter?
See? Your question shows you don't think the truth will stop me. Looks like neither of us have changed our minds.
Vila shakes her head, taking the letter off the typewriter. I'm still going, and I know you'd prefer for us to stay here.
All right. Since you know the truth, I won't keep it from you any further. Are you setting off tomorrow?
If possible, sure. We've waited for too long. Too long not to know. All I want is a chance to see it with my own eyes.
Okay.
I'll try my best to... Remember I told you what happened that day when the storm fell? That August went out alone to take a look? I remember. But back then I didn't know much about the storm, less even than what I know now. I thought he just got lost. I had no idea what he might have seen. Vila looks to August, who is taking each letter from its envelope and piling them up. Their different layers, one after the other, begin to resemble, at least in the mind of August, a layered cake.
Hey!
A Napoleon cake!
Vila!
Look, thank you for the cake, but did you forget what I said, Comrade August? Don't go out alone. But since you're here for these eternal souls, I think we can help.
Besides...
But I didn't leave my comrades. He points at the door. They see the edge of some clothes hidden behind the doorframe, accompanied by grouchy whispers. It's getting worse. Don't push me. I can't hear anything. What do you expect? Comrade August just sold us out. Just going already. I had no idea we had so many listeners.
Children!
I'm out, all of you. Piotr, Pasono, Nina, and anyone else you've got with you too. There's something that I must tell you.
Miss Vila!
I know what you want to ask, and yes, we're going home. And if all goes well, we'll be going home tomorrow. The hard-patched snow crunches under the weight of feet, big and little, as a team led by Vila inch close to home once again.
Vila?
Why didn't we come home from the pier? Turtles in the sea place their houses there and then go on shore.
We're not going home for good, Comrade August. This is just, a visit.
I was about to ask, like, if there's only snow remaining, where are you going to live with these children? Because these people don't exist anymore. So who's gonna help you rebuild the city, you know? The town?
Just like the ones Comrade Windsong used to make, remember?
Then are we guests? Does that mean we stay in the hotel tonight? But there are still houses for us, right?
Besides,
I can see the pier of the statue from here. All the rooftops and the snow become one. The snow has covered everything. We are here because this is the best place to see all of Rayashki.
But
I see nothing. No pier, no statue. They're gone.
both sea foam and snow all eventually vanish. Vanish. Is that the word?
I don't know. There are a lot of questions that I can't answer. Besides, I'm not always right.
Avgus falls deep into his own mind, but Nina cautiously takes Vila's hand and asks her in a trembling voice. Miss Vila, wasn't the mine on our way home? But this doesn't look the way home anymore. It's strange. I just want to see Mama again, and then we can go back to the SPDM with Pasono.
Why? Miss Vila, is this really Rayashki?
Vila holds her hand even tighter. This time she doesn't bend down to wipe the tears from the little girl's face. There is no soft word of comfort left in her, only hard truth. There was a path from here down to the town. During snowy days, people would tie red tape on the trees to mark the way home. But now she sees only white, no colors at all except the sunlight reflecting on the snow. The road home is gone.
Yes, this is still Rayashki.
A moment later, she turns around. Let's go, children. It's getting cold out. It's time to go back.
Vila?
Is the visit over, Vila? Yes, it's over.
Madam,
Mr. Nameday.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nameday. Just as we agreed yesterday, I will join the Foundation. You're more than welcome. But please, if you need, you can spend some more time here. Thank you. That's thoughtful of you, but it won't be necessary. I'm surprised that they described that the place was left, the only thing left in the place was snow, but there were actual houses there. I expected them to show that the land is plain or with some ruins, like before the Rayashki people came there to build the town, but they chose for some reason to keep some houses there, even though they described it to be plain and no clear rooftops, everything lost under the snow. I don't know why they went with that option. Artistically, I mean. Anyway, last part. Stage 8, a song for the teacher.
Hey!
Look! A sea swallow! Avgus holds a half-crumpled paper plane over his head, imitating a bird in flight. All those unsent letters just the same as any other waste paper, the building materials for folding birds and frogs. That's not right. You shouldn't fold this way. Use these math papers to make dotted frogs, the ones that can jump if you flick them. But we already have so many frogs.
No fighting!
I wasn't. I'm just saying you used the wrong paper. It's okay, Pasono. We still have lots of paper. This seems nice. They aren't too crumply.
Comrade August, use this. Thank you, Comrade Nina. I think the sea swallow will do just fine. It's a little crumpled and looks a bit dirty. But these battle scars are like medals for a hero. Just like the one that saved our town.
I want to show it to Vila.
Vila.
Before his friends could answer, Avgust is in full sprint towards the adults on the other end of the corridor. Noticing his coming, Vila opens her arms, but her duty as a teacher overrides her welcome. Don't run in the corridor, Comrade August.
What's wrong?
Look, see?
This is my sea swallow. It has been in many battles and flown for a long, long way. It's very tired and wants some rest. So, I wanted to rest here with you. The crumpled paper plane lands in Vila's palm. Oh, thank you, Comrade August.
It will be treated the way a heroic sea swallow deserves. I promise.
That.
Okay. What do you think? Perhaps it might like to rest in this notebook? Just like this. Sleep tight, little hero. Since you're here, Comrade August, I must confirm with you. Are you all prepared to go to the SPDM?
I don't understand.
What do we need to prepare? You must have all the things you want to take with you and study your schedule, so you will know where to go. Maybe Nina would like to know what the classroom there is like.
I have my friends, and that's all I need.
Oh my goodness, you're so precious! That's what Pasono said too. Very well. You're all brave little comrades. You will protect yourselves and each other, won't you? Miss Vila, I assure you SPDM is one of the safest places in the world. You don't have to worry. The children will need to learn how to protect themselves sooner or later. I'm only a teacher. I can't protect them forever.
Vila?
Aren't you coming with us? Oh, but you're Salka. So are you returning to the sea? Surprise jumps across Vila's face.
What?
No, never. But will I be able to see you again if you turned into foam? How could foam be turned into Vila again?
No, that isn't so.
No, August, I won't turn into foam. But you said the Eternal Soul is just another name. You said you don't have it, and the princess didn't have it either. Pasono said the Rusalka princess turned into foam when she went to the sea. So then you will...
Kids,
I will not, August.
the Eternal Soul.
Is nothing. It's only a name, something that could be given to anything. It doesn't have substance, so you can't touch it or catch it. How can something you can't even touch turn into foam? I haven't before, and I won't now. Anyway, I won't be going back to the sea. Then what is it? You said it can be everything, but also nothing? Vila bends down, looking into August's confused eyes.
I had the same thought at the beginning, that it could be anything I believed it to be. But maybe it didn't even exist at all. I saw how barriers were broken and hate driven out from that town. That's why I thought our Ayashki was eternal and the people were all good souls. But now I understand that's not true.
What is true? You are. Me? Am I the Eternal Soul?
No, not you alone, but all of you. You are the next generation of Rayashki, the survival of our people and our dreams. A future that will not be altered or reversed. As long as we have you, those who sacrifice themselves will never truly die. And the Eternal Soul will continue to exist for us and for them.
So for me, the Eternal Soul is nothing and everything. Sounds a little like my arcane skill. Remember that sofa? It returned to a simple toy in only a few moments.
It's just a small trick, I'm afraid. Far from eternal.
Thanks for the example, Mr. Nameday. Well, I can see that little August is still very confused. Perhaps I made it too complicated. Did you understand what I mean, Comrade August? August doesn't reply immediately. With him, it is never easy to tell whether he's fallen back into his own little world, or if he's piecing together something brilliant. But if I can see it, how can it be nothing? What do you mean, August? I don't think anyone has ever seen a soul.
But I saw yours. It's golden like the sun.
You can see auras? Vila turns to the direction August showing her. The morning sun has climbed high, spilling into the open corridors and stretching the silhouette of Vila's body. Golden light surrounds her, outlining her shadow with a splash of warm yellow, a projection on the sparkling sea. Then at the end of her shadow, a familiar face. Found her.
Miss Vila,
You're here. Oh, little Avgust is here too, and a gentleman that I'm afraid I don't know. Hello to you too. Oh, hello. You must be Miss Winsong. Yes, that's right. I've come to prepare a lecture for the Far East branch. Winsong! It is good to see you too, Miss Winsong. I'm certain the children will be very happy that they can attend one of your lectures before they go to Espiriam.
now let's go join the children, like we used to do.
So this was Dawn Arrives as usual, the side story, a villa. We're getting more and more stories that come after the events of the main stories, and I don't know how to feel about them. I mean, in this case, sure, it was necessary for us to understand what happened, because from what I understand, in the future we're going to see Vila and the kids again, and if we didn't have this part, we wouldn't know why on earth is Vila in the Foundation, and why are the kids there, you know? Thoughts time. I am mad as fuck, Aristobats. Like, why did they have to reverse this town out of everything? My nerves. This game is all pain and disaster and misery. I just want everybody to get the fucking good ending at some point. Anyway, that aside, I think this was a brilliant side story. It told us a little bit about Vila's past without giving too much. I'm hoping that we'll see more in the future, because like, you created such a design of a dude, of an evil dude, that is going to appear only for a few moments in a small box at the left of the screen, left bottom of the screen. Yeah, I want to see this dude as a whole. Like, is he still like dark blue, black or something? Like, what does he look like? I want to know. And if she's been through so much when it comes to her people, I want to know what her dream was. And they give us, this is the only problem I had with the story. There's this Rusalka dude that just popped up out of water wanting to attack Vila, okay? And he comes in and drops a huge info dump on you on what happened to her up to that point and why are her people chasing her. Her Rusalki people anyway. And then this guy just left and said Winsong better be dead next time she sees them, her eternal soul, because apparently, from what I understand, Vila perhaps considered people as the eternal soul she was looking for. Like perhaps she saw... Okay, let's bring the example of the Little Mermaid that they brought into the story as well. Vila, just like Ariel, probably, or the Little Mermaid if we're talking about the non-Disney version, probably found the world of people enticing and she wanted to join it, not only because it was different from her world, but also because it didn't seem to be as negative as the one she was living in. It appears that half-breeds like her weren't really welcome where she was, and she told us that they were hunted to, you know, to be killed and all, but this dude that came, Samodiva, provided us with more information that seems that it's not just, oh, that's a half-breed, we kill it at birth or something. There's more to it. But yeah, she probably wanted to experience that and went into the real world, and because she was half Rusalka, not everybody accepted her and realized that the world is just as hard as under the sea, until she came across Rayashki, where she found what she was looking for, and that was the eternal soul for her. So yeah, she wasn't looking about any Eric or Prince or whatnot, she was looking for an eternal soul for some reason. And it appeared that Samodiva dude thought that she was going to use those eternal souls, again, quote-unquote all that, in order to get to Atlantis? Yeah, it was a huge info dump that I expected them to explain later, but instead they just pushed it away at the final part, where Vila just bends down to Avgustus' level and tells him that, you know what, I thought that the eternal soul is this and that, but in the end I was mistaken, it's this and that. and that it's just a name that I can give to anything and make it important to me. Like, it's low-key telling you that, dude, it could be a pebble on the street, and if it looks shiny enough, it might matter to you, you know? You just put it a name, you give it a name, and you give it importance, you know? So she realized that no matter what she does, things are fleeting, and instead of looking something that is important in life that she thought was important in life, she realizes that what she was looking for became important because she named it so. She made it important to herself, therefore that's why she saw it like that. But in the very end, that place wasn't important to anybody else but the people who lived in it, the kids, and herself, obviously. Which is a good lesson, you know, because some people have this idea that just because others look down on things you like or things you believe are important to you, it means that perhaps you're wrong and these things don't really matter. But in reality, like I said, even if you find the pebble on the street to be important to you, that's enough for you to keep considering it important. It doesn't have to be approved or seen as important by anybody else but yourself. And kids show that to us every day, actually. I'll give you an example. I worked as a teacher for a child for a summer. I was teaching her Japanese basic level because if I were to talk for later stages, I wouldn't be able to teach her anything. My level is still very low. But for her level, I could do it. Like, I could teach her Japanese. But anyway, she came to me one day and she told me that she went to the beach with her friends and that they found many rocks. And she showed me the rocks she had brought. And it brought me back to my childhood, that I too was, you know, looking for shells and stones at the beach. I did that too. But I had forgotten how entertaining that was for me, okay? So she says, out of everything, this is my favorite. And she brings out a stone that, you know, had a different color from the rest. And instead of going, you know, being the pessimistic kind of person that would be like, girl, it's just a rock, calm down, I got into the mindset of a kid because I too am very much an imaginative person. And I went, do you think that's a special rock? And she was like, yeah. But I don't know exactly why. And I was like, you know what? Maybe there's a reason you feel like that. Maybe the stone actually has powers. And her eyes, I kid you not, lit up so bright. She was like, you think? Like, this is why I'm telling you this. Like, children are a good example to show you that anything can be deemed important as long as you yourself think it is. So yeah, if you want to take any lesson from this side story, is to choose the things you like by yourself and not care if anybody else doesn't consider them fun or important or beautiful. Because, you know, somebody's trash is somebody else's treasures, you know? But yeah, with that out of the way as well, this is the final thing that happened. We just brushed off all this information with the fact that Vila no longer believed in these things. So, I mean, it's kind of clever because first they give you all this information and then they say, oh, we will never have to actually explain them further because Vila no longer believes them, so they're irrelevant to the story. But I still believe it was a little bit of a low blow to just take this little part of a story, throw a dude out there that info dumps all that, and never mention that again. Because it looked like a good story, guys. Like, I wanted to know. This looked actually interesting. If it was just bullshit, I wouldn't care. Like, okay, sure, let's move on. Vila has moved on, we're moving on too. But no, that was interesting. I wanted to know more. Anyway. But yeah, all in all, it was a good story. It's just that part that bothered me. Also, I want to mention, because I found it really interesting that they went there as well. Apparently, Vila can see it too because she's a Rusalka. I would not consider it so unless we were told a little earlier that Rusalki actually have very specific, very sharp vision. Like when she saw the letter that Name Day was dealing with. If we weren't told that, I would have thought that it is only August that sees people's souls. He said that his confusion lied to the fact that while Vila told her that eternal souls are everything and nothing at the same time, because, you know, again, it depends on who chooses to call something an eternal soul and what they mean to them, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, even though she said that to him, he also kept believing in eternal souls and that she's one of those because he has seen her soul. And then we see her shadow, which that was super cool to have her shadow actually showed up as a mermaid, rusalka, to show up as a rusalka, because I've seen that effect before, usually in horror films that have supernatural genre. That sometimes when somebody is a demon or an angel, you can see in their shadow that they have wings or horns or a tail, you know? But I've never seen somebody use that effect for another type of mythological creature. So to see that her shadow still resembled her real body was pretty cool to me. And he didn't see her soul on her, he saw it on her shadow. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with it, there are actually people in this world that can see auras. That's why I mentioned it. It is exactly that. It is a colored light that goes around people's frame, I guess. I should put it like this, like all around you, okay? But usually you see that on the person, not the shadow. I don't know what it is. People consider it to be a supernatural. Some people don't believe in it, but I've actually met a little boy that was seeing auras. So I don't know if it was his imagination, how he perceived things or not, or if it was some sort of synesthesia. I don't know. I haven't searched it further either. Like, I don't know if there is actual proof, scientific proof that people can see that, and if that reflects a person's soul or their personality or whatnot. But in my case, the kid I personally experienced, he could see auras, which didn't mean soul, but he could tell if a person was nice or not by their aura. If their aura was dark, like black, he knew he didn't want to be close to it. If he saw one that was white, he was thinking, very innocent person. If I remember well, he told me that mine was blue, light blue, not light blue, blue. He also saw pink. I don't remember. I think that's what he told me. But yeah, some people are capable of doing that, and I'm glad they brought it in, because you don't see that often in fiction. Nobody knows how to use it, I guess, in a way that it's interesting, because it wouldn't mean so much in a story unless a person's real identity mattered, I guess. But in this story, yes, Vila's real identity actually matters. So I like what they did there, both with the aura thing and with the shadow. As for the future now, I still don't know what on earth is this dude with the cable veins. I'm so curious. I thought they would bring it up here because they mentioned that in the end of the main story, and now they brought it up at the first part of this one, the preface. But apparently no, it's got nothing to do with this patch. Is it going to be the next patch, the patch after it? I have no idea who this character could be. Is it some sort of mutant arcana, something? Like, I don't know, but I'm curious about that. Winsong also seems to be there for a short time, so if we're going to see her again, we'll be in Laplace. And for Vila, I have no idea what we're going to see from now on. But Avgust definitely has so many skills that he can use, and I don't know if the Foundation will use it in how do I put this? In a good way? Like, I can casually see them taking advantage of it in a way that probably Vila thinks harms Avgust, and she'll stand in the way to protect him or whatnot. But I don't know, I think that Avgust could be very useful to Vertin as well, just like Winsong. In which case, yeah, I think this is the only way that Vila would join Vertin's team, if they ever chose to do that in the story, that Avgust can actually help a lot. Because of the aura thing, because of the things he sees, because he seems to be very perspective, like he sees things that other people don't. He cannot express it in a way that makes sense, and I think this is phenomenal, by the way. Whoever wrote Avgust, whoever you are, hats off to you, because this is crazy good. One of the tropes I see in this manner in stories is the kind of wise dude that speaks with riddles or poetry. That's how I've seen it before. But I've never seen this, like the character that sees more things than other characters do, be the child that expresses all he sees through imaginative words. Like, he presents you what he's imagining as a kid in a very naive way, which, yes, is like the case of a riddle talker, riddle maker or whatnot, but it's not a riddle in itself. It's It's just a kid trying to process what he sees. It's brilliant. But yeah, that's all I had to say. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed my video on it as well. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. As always, I wish you a wonderful week. I hope every character you wish for comes home before you know it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.